have thought my luck turning for the worse. Seems hereditary at this point. Hopefully, summons issued by the lawyer won't take too long. Lawyers. Wretched scoundrels. But the more I think about it, the more predictable it becomes. Being surprised was the last emotion I felt at the news. The one and only Westmark. A title I now bear. I guess it's my duty to survive now, no matter how distorted that burden may be. When this letter arrived, I believed it to be a poor joke to rile me up. Shove the recent death of my mother back into my face. I was right in some twisted way. On my father's side of the family, a nephew I never knew existed had disappeared and been declared dead. I had been named the heir of the Westmark fortune.
God, you are so gloomy. Grief is fine and all, but you didn't even know these people.
Ambrose, not now.
Fine, fine. Just wanted to help out.
I suppose there is one good thing born from this tragedy. The family heirloom. Its safety is now my only priority. Been with the Westmarks for generations, and holding...
Yes, and it would be helpful if you knew how to interpret the damn thing. It's the book that got us into this situation.
Well, it doesn't help it being written in a dead language.
Whoa there!
Oh, for God's sake. This is the 5th time you've stopped. Do you really want to get paid the other half?
Nah, not it, sir. I need to relieve myself, if you don't mind. Alright, won't take too long. Oh, not too long at all.
It's happening. The copious drink's finally getting to the man. It's a wonder why the driver did not stop earlier to relieve himself, or why I even took him up on the offer to guide me.
The man was on the border between sobriety and complete inebriation when we met him at the pub. You get what you pay for. He should have been here by now.
Oh, I bet he just tipped over and fell asleep in the mud somewhere.
That sounds like trouble.
Sounds serious indeed. Better go and see what that was.
It's locked. You need to force it to open.
I tread along this path for what feels like an eternity. Nothing but trees, rocks, and bushes lie ahead, with no town in sight. Oh!
Oh, my apologies. So sorry. I thought you were the wolf.
That was too close for comfort. Hunting a wolf, huh?
Sorry. Arlington is the name. I'm just cleaning up these lands. Why are you out here? You don't seem the type to frolic in the dark.
We arrived with a carriage, but the driver got attacked by something a few kilometers back that way. He looks into the direction I point at, but with no surprise in his eyes. The stranger appears to be in his 30s, a scrawny, thin crust of a man. Hardly a hunter in my eyes.
Well, I need to get into town anyway. Want to have some company. It's not far.
Such an odd man.
Don't be a rude old fart.
You aren't from around here, are you?
I am here on family business.
Family, eh?
Yes, a dead family, actually. My nephew, the only living relative I had left, passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that. You are one of those Westmarks, aren't you? Mister?
How did you know?
What is that book you are carrying around? You keep looking around and then glance back at that book.
It's a family heirloom. Not much to say about it,
Shh.
He stretches out his hand to stop me, while staring straight ahead with sharp eyes. A being in the shape of a man stands ahead, gazing at us from behind the mist.
Stay quiet and go over there. I'll be right behind you.
Herbert, this man, are we sure he really means well? I am not really a human, so I wouldn't know anything about human interactions. But this person gives me the shivers.
What about you? I turn around as a reflex. Guess I have a lot of residual adrenaline left to make me jump. But there is no one. The man has vanished. Not even footprints can reveal where he has gone.
Oh, forget about him. Come on now, Herb. Let's move. Ahem. Remember how we met?
My first magical incantation. It didn't go as planned.
It's the bane of my existence. I'm stuck around your neck because you made a mistake.
Come now, it was my first time.
That's no excuse. You tried to help that nice lady. What's her name? Penelope?
Patricia.
Excuse me, Patricia. You exorcised me, but instead of sending me home, you attached me to you. A simple spelling mistake. I feel so abused.
We will find a way to get you home. Kind of why I saved the transcript of the incantation. To be able to fix it.
By the way, now that you have gotten some things, maybe you should equip the shimmer water flask in the inventory so we are better prepared for whatever's lurking in the dark. Go ahead. I'll wait.
Sometimes I wonder if all this happens for a reason. As if all this needs to occur in order for me to become a better man, or whatever those wise men usually say.
Judging from my observations, you should be wise at this age, but you have a hard time learning from your mistakes.
Shh. Hear that?
You just want to get me quiet. I get it.
No. The birds, the wind. It all stopped. Oh! Burrmouth. Peculiar name for a peculiar town. Minuscule signs of life. The odd footsteps in the drying mud, and hints of chimney smoke still hanging in the air, appear to fade away. It's as if the people of this town don't wish to be known. Or found. Rare glimpses of the townsfolk send shivers down my spine. A few of them look as if they were plucked out of a grave. All scrawny and pale-looking.
You better keep your distance from these people. They don't seem to be the friendly type.
Unsurprisingly, there is only one establishment open this late at night. Getting a room shouldn't be very difficult when taking in the state of the building. It must have seen better days. But neither me nor Ambrose are deterred. Sleep is desperately needed if I want to keep my full wits about me. After all, first impressions are essential to lawyers. Good evening. I am in need of a room for the night. Do you have anything available? A bleak expression is the response to my inquiry. No polite hello to a possible paying lodger. Instead, the man continues to give signs of disinterest, although his gaze never strays from me.
Not the chatty type.
How come it's so empty in Burrmouth? Where is everyone?
Another fruitful conversation. Maybe we should just sign the ledger and move on.
There. Herbert Westmark. Thank you. What a night. After a hard, back-straining mattress and moaning neighbors, I can hardly believe the price for the room is worth the amount of sleep gained.
You are nagging more than my father.
Ambrose, don't start now. It's too early for that. The receptionist guided me through the hallways. I could tell a well-off lawyer works here, judging by the opulent decor. And that they could afford all this in a small town like Burrmouth is baffling.
He seems to be very proper indeed.
The receptionist told me to wait for Mr. Brooks in the office. So, here I am, waiting. I rummaged through letters and other random things in the bin. I hope to dig something up on this Cecil character. What I do find is a crumpled up paper with strange symbols, so I scribble it down for future reference.
Sorry for keeping you waiting. I've had quite a busy time lately. Welcome. Please, have a seat.
Of all the humans in your world that you've shown me, this one takes the prize. He looks like a chump and smells of garlic.
You're a long way from home, Herbert. Care for a drink?
Yes, thank you.
Herbert, remember your promise? We wouldn't want to go through what happened last year again.
On second thought, I think I'll pass.
So, you're here because you're the only living relative left on record. Well, due to the circumstances we found ourselves at, the time has passed since the event of Theodore being declared deceased has created some problems for us here at the office. We are looking at 4 years of no contact.
Excuse me, I don't really follow.
Oh, well, Theodore, your nephew, was declared missing for quite some time after the incident with the estate because no body was found.
Incident?
I suppose the letter didn't say anything about that, did it? Well, about 4 years ago, the estate was rumored to be dabbling in dark arts. I don't know much about you Westmarks, so I'm not the one to ask.
The estate is still part of the Westmark family, right?
Yes and no. It's a legal fine line at this point. Now that you're here, we could start the judicious process of retaking those grounds.
So everything my family built is just rubble? Nothing survived?
The incident really did something to that place. Not much left there, I'm afraid. But legally, you are allowed to overtake the premises and take whatever original assets you find that belong to the Westmarks. I recommend you go see it for yourself.
Right. I am growing older by the minute. What are we talking about here? Is it money? Do I get the estate?
Yes and no. I suggest once you sign the deed to go to the estate and have a look at what you want to do with the place. Any monetary gains left by the Westmarks here have been sorted by the bank, loans and whatnot. I took a small commission for writing up the deed, and so the remaining fortune is at $20.
The sleazy bastard tells me those numbers with a condescending tone and a smile I would like to crush barehanded. The travel expenses alone were more than that. I tell myself not to make a scene and just sign the darn papers.
Ah, there we go. You can keep the pen. Oh, pleasure doing business with you. And if you have any questions, you can always come back to me.
He seems quite nice. We should check out that estate. Maybe we will find some answers as to what happened to your family and get some closure, right?
Oh, and one more thing before I forget. Could you check on George by the lighthouse? He owes me a visit, but I haven't heard back from him in quite a while.
Oh, I don't know.
There's barely anyone left in town to ask for help. You see, they will lose everything they own if they don't contact me soon.
I slowly nod my head in disbelief that I'm taking on a request when I've just been bamboozled out of a fortune.